What is up, guys, and welcome back to Channel Chris. Today we got a cool project coming in. Our buddy Wayne, you've probably seen him in some other videos where I've been out to his shop. He's got a shop full of cars. He's probably got maybe 12 in the shop and maybe 7 or 8 outside of the shop, just parked in little carports and garages out on his property. But he picked up a 36 Ford truck and he's bringing it over. It's sitting on an S10 chassis. So he doesn't like I don't know what's up, but he doesn't like how long the bed is. So we're going to shorten the bed, cut the frame off a little bit, and we're going to remove the rear end from its leaf springs and its perches, and we're going to install 4-link. We got the 4-link over here. So we're going to put a 4-link on there. That way we can move the rear end in 7 inches is what he's wanting. And he'll like the look of that better on the bed. So we're just sitting over here waiting on him to pull up. Here he comes, actually right there. Here he comes rolling up. Camera here's mine. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. All right, I'm gonna get off here and help him. All right, we got her up in the shop. Wayne just dropped it off. Man, this thing is pretty cool. Like those rims he got on there. It came with some already like that, but red. But they were real narrow like these. That's how they were all the way around. He got that fatty on the back right there. Man, that looks awesome. So yeah, this is a pretty cool truck. Show you, give you a little walk around here. I like it's got the tilting window on the front. That's pretty cool. Let's check this thing out. He's already primed the front. The front and everything used to look like that. He primed it, sanded it down. I think I don't know what the heck he's doing with the bed right now, but he'll be bringing it here in a few days. Let's look inside. I don't even know how to pop the hood on this thing or open the hood. Let's see. Oh, dang, there's Ian coming in. What's up, buddy?
What is that? Oh, you working?
This is Wayne's.
Yeah. And my buddies were asking. They were like, I want to go look at that hot rod he's working on out there.
Check this thing out. Look inside there. Fires right up. Little VIN tag.
I was just going to check it out. Look.
See the headliner there? Really cool. Got the leather seats. He says he's going to take this whole interior out and just do it all real nice. Some leather door panels. I think he said he's going to leave that headliner. It's pretty cool. But let's see if it'll fire up. Give her just a little pat. Oh yeah, baby. She's sounding good. Hear them pipes. Yeah, she runs good. All right. It's got the tilt windshield there. The windshield wipers work on it still. Pretty cool. All right, like I said, the project for this thing is we're putting the triangulated 4-link on there. He's wanting to move. I don't remember if I said this already or not, or I was already saying it, but he doesn't like how it's long there and short in the back. So we're going to move this rear end up 7 inches. It's going to split the difference a little bit. I think we are going to take maybe about 3 or 4 inches off of the back frame there because it's going to stick out a little bit past the bed and we don't want that. So yeah, we're going to cut the leaf spring. We're going to take the leaf springs off. I think we may still be able to use this stock perch. It's looking like it. It's already on there. It's solid. I don't want to have to cut it off and weld something on if I don't have to. So I think we can probably link our bottom 4-link bar to that and just weld on our new perch here. And then our, yeah, like I said, we're going to move it forward 7 inches. We are going to take off this little bump stop just because it's ugly, and we'll clean that up. We are going to cut off these shock perches here, move them forward also. So we'll be able to utilize this and put that back. The exhaust, we're going to have to, because this is coming back forward, the way that humps, it's going to be hitting it. So we're going to cut 7 inches out of the exhaust. That way we can shorten this up just a little bit, and it'll slide all that forward, and everything will be, you know, like it needs to be. So, yeah, that's going to be the project on this one to start. I know he's got several things we're wanting to do, but first is definitely get that rear end moved forward 7 inches. We're going to have to shorten the drive shaft, shorten the exhaust. I think we are going to have to move that tank forward just a little bit, maybe only an inch or two on the tank, because it looks like we're pretty close to it. I think 7 inches is damn near touching that, so we might be able to maybe move this strap to the other side of that hump, move that, you know, to the other side right there, and we'll see whatever we need to do, but we'll get that on there. And then we're going to, on the inside of the frame right there where our bracket goes for the triangulated link, we're going to box that in there so that we can weld our bracket to that, and then it'll just connect here, and we're going to have to figure out something where the exhaust is here. We'll figure out whatever we need to do, but that's the game plan for this thing. Also, he's going to get the bed over here. When he brings it, we're going to cut, I think, just 7 inches off the back of the bed, and then we're probably going to weld up some square tube around it. He's going to build a tailgate or something for it, for the back. He builds a lot of cool cars, so I've seen some of the tailgates and stuff he's built. Looks really cool. Okay, before we get too carried away and start yanking stuff off, I want to get a little bit of measurements on how it was from stock. He said he's cool if it goes down about 4 inches. He's okay with that, to lower a little bit. I'm not sure what it's going to do. It might stay the same because we're using the same shock mounts, sorry. But right now, from the ground to the top of this hole right here is 25 inches. That's a cool truck. 25 inches from the ground to the top of that hole on both sides. I did do from the ground to the bottom of this little mount right here, and it's 24 inches exactly on this side. 24, there's 24 and a half over there. Kind of weird because it's 25 exactly on both of these, on that hole over there and this one. And then I think it was like, I don't remember exactly, but I think from the ground 23 to right there. But they've already cut those two, and you can see this one's bent up, that one's bent down. So probably the most stable spot we're going to go on is that factory hole right there. Is one on both sides, and it is 25 to the top of that on both. So that's what we're going to go with. Got our angle finder here. We're going to see what this pinion angle is. It's a nice good flat spot right there on it that we can use that spot later. So let's see what our angle is. Okay, it is 1.0. So we'll remember that when we set it back on, because we're going to cut all this crap off. I'm going to write that down on my measurements here too, and we have it on video so you guys don't forget. And all right, now that we've got that angle, we've got some measurements, I'm actually going to go ahead and put some jack stands under this thing, undo the drive shaft right there, and then I think we're going to pull these leaf springs off. That way we'll be all free. And it's kind of late out here on a Sunday night, so I ain't going to do too much this evening. I'm just going to do a little bit, get it prepped for tomorrow. That when we come in tomorrow, we can really tackle this thing and probably start welding on some perches and just getting the 4-link put in place. All right, let's get some gloves on and get this thing lifted up with some jack stands under it. All right, we'll try to get this drive shaft out here. I think this is a 1/2 inch. Oh, I was wrong on this one. It's going to be a 7/16. All right, we about got all these out. We're on the last two. They're hand loose now, so it should only take about 5 minutes to get that out. All right, drive shaft is out. It's not out, but we got it disconnected. It's laying on the floor. Our next step is going to be probably just going to go ahead and remove these shocks, get them out of the way. We'll remove the shocks, and then I'm going to take this bolt off on both sides. That'll drop that down and start yanking out that rear end. Alrighty, 30 minutes later, we got the rear end detached. We got the leaf springs over here, all of our other crap over there. You can see it already looks better. Already looks better. That wheel was 7 inches back. So I know it's a lot of length there, but he's actually going to cut some of that. About where that bracing is, we're going to cut it off there. So we'll have a pretty even spot between here and here. I think he's going to like that so much better. We've got our little line right here where we're going to be. And if you stand over it, we're splitting the axle pretty good. That's, yeah, that's going to be the center of our axle right there. I took a little measurement, so we're the same. So coming from the back of this rivet right here, click your tape measure here, roll it over. We're at 9 5/8 to that line. So the same there. Pull it over, 9 5/8. We should be centered. But heck yeah, man, that's already looking better. I'm gonna take a picture of that and send it over to Wayne, see what he thinks. And I'm about to go in. It's getting late. I'm gonna shower, eat some dinner, and we'll be back out here tomorrow messing with this stuff. All right, we're back out here the next morning. It's a little chilly out here in Tennessee this morning. It's like 50 degrees out, little brisk. But let's see, last night we got the rear end detached. Everything's unhooked. She's about where he wants it to go. You can see our little line we made right here. We're right there at it. So, reckon today we're going to try to start mocking up this 4-link. Let's see, we don't have, yeah, we need to get those perches off that axle. So we'll probably roll that axle out, get those perches off of it. That way we can put our 4-link brackets right here. But yeah, that's the plan for today. Let's start grabbing our stuff together and start figuring out a game plan for today. Alright, we got a few more things out of the way. I disconnected that emergency brake cable so we could roll this out a little bit further. I'm going to try my best to not disconnect the brake line. That way we don't have to deal with bleeding those. We can pretty much do everything we need like this. Got that rear end flipped around. We're going to cut off these leaf spring perches real quick and clean that up on the axle. That's about all we got on that axle. We're probably going to cut off this bump stop right here. Make that look a little bit better on both sides. Let's see here. What else? That's probably it for now. Cut off those perches, cut off those bump stops, and then we'll check back in. All right, we got that perch off. Now on to the next side. All right, guys, we had to run into Harbor Freight and get a new grinder down there. We burnt out 2 this morning. One was already kind of crappy. The other one was dang near new. I bought it about 6 months ago, but we burned them both out this morning. So I went to get a new one, got a new grinder, taking Yellow for a nice little cruise. And we'll be back to the shop in a couple minutes. We'll get back to work. It looks like Caleb coming right there. No, that wasn't Caleb. All right, we'll see you guys back at the shop. All right, we're back to the shop. Let's get our stuff, get our score here from Harbor Freight. Man, if you guys aren't getting zip ties from Harbor Freight, you're missing out. They are $1.99 for the big ones. Right there, I got a big pack. Got a black pack the other day. Shoot, at Lowe's, they're like, heck, I don't know, like $20, $15 for some zip ties. So every time I go to Harbor Freight, I snatch up that. It's $1.99. Man, you can't beat that. And I got another one here. You can see I bought them twice there. Every time I catch them for $1.99, they're mine. I would have bought them all out, but that was the last pack. But that was the last pack, so some idiot left one pack. All right, we're back on the truck. We got our grinder. I burnt out those two grinders, cutting off this bump stop here. We got it off, but now we're going to clean up all them old welds, clean that up, make that look good. And we got to cut off the one on the other side. And yeah, after that, we're going to start putting on our 4-link. It looks like the bar fits in this stock perch right here, but we're going to have to do a little bit of modification to it. No problem. I want to keep that stock perch there and use it if we can. So we're going to modify it a little bit, make our bar work for it, and then we'll weld the one on the bottom of the axle. So let's open up this new grinder, throw this box away, and get back to work. Got a new grinding disc there, flap disc. Got some new cut wheels because we're going to need those. And got some toilet paper. Got some free toilet paper here. It's rough. It's like, well, it's like 80 grit. But it'll do the job if you're in the shop. Alright, got some tape here. Found my tape slicer. Right. Fancy new grinder for the 8th time. Oh, this one come with the smoked out tool there. Where's our other tool at? That must be in the box. Got that midnight edition right there. Dang, that's looking good. You'll easily be able to lose this thing. With it being black, you just set it anywhere, it disappears, it's lost. All right, we're back here after lunch. Got us a new grinder. We got a nice flat disc on there. We're gonna grind this crap down from that bump stop. All right, let's try this thing out. Whew, we got a mess going on. We got crap everywhere. But all right, we went ahead and took those wheels off. Now that he can put the wheels where he came over and he liked it in that position. So we took them off now, and I've got marks where we want it to go. What else did we do? We went ahead and got that exhaust out of the way. Man, that thing fought the heck out of me. Two little pipes just slipped in. All right, got that out. Let's see, we're going to utilize, like I said, these front perches here. Our 4-link's going to bolt right into that pretty good. So now we've got this bracket here that's going to weld onto this. Can you see that kind of? Yeah, you get the idea. Goes there, welds on there, and then the 4-link will bolt into that. So that's what we're doing next. I'm going to take the grinder and grind us off some clean spots so that way we can weld. And I don't know why they fancy these things up and powder coat them. We got to grind all this paint off and weld that on. And who the heck's got that same color on their shelf or can find that same color to match that back? So yeah, we're just going to paint those up probably black when we get them back on. All right, that's the project. We're going to grind some of the paint off that right there so we can weld to it. grind some paint off of that so we can weld to it. We'll get them little perches mounted on. Oh yeah, we've got our angle finder over here. It was at 1.0. What the heck did I just do to the camera? All right, it was at 1.0. It's at 1.1 right now. I can adjust it with the jack. I had it at 1.0, but man, if you sneeze on this thing, it will go up a 0.1. So I'm not gonna mess with it. It's at 1.1, it's good for now. Whenever we get set in place, I'm about to put that perch and put a level on it, make sure we're level, and then we'll get this finally adjusted and we'll tack that on. All right, we've got that back at 1.00. If you can see that down in there. He's where it needs to be. Okay, we're about to start welding. There we go, should roll forward now. All right, guys, we're getting closer on this project. Wayne just dropped off the bed, came over in the Jeep. We got the parking lot full out here, man. Okay, we are back here the next day. We've got the 4-link installed except for the panhard bar. You can see we got our lower and our upper. And over here, same thing, lower, and we've got an upper. Probably going to run our panhard bar across here. But first, we need to try to get our air shocks mounted up today. We've got them here. We do got to move these mounts forward some. We're just going to take our grinder, cut a little cross or a little X in these rivets, and then air chisel them out. And we'll move this whole bracket up here somewhere. All right, well, let's get to work figuring out what we need to do to get these air shocks mounted. But that's the project for today, the air shocks and the panhard bar. Got the bed here yesterday. The whole floor is cut out of it. All right, got the bed here. He's got the floor cut out of it. He's got a little plan with this bar here, and then we're gonna cut the frame right here. So between there and there is damn near level, and that'll make the bed set good. Well, all right, I'll quit talking and get to work. All right, guys, you can see we got the shocks in place. These are some air shocks. We got the line ran to that one there. We're making this cross member here for the shocks to go into. And since we're cutting all these out, that was really sticking up our rear end. So we're just making sure we got clearance for those. We're coming up and we're gonna bolt in right there. That'll be perfect. Let's check the other side out. We'll grind it up a little bit from our plasma cuts. We'll be back. Oh crap, that's hot. All right, got a hole in my glove. All right, and then we need to clean up this right here. So we can weld to that. All right, let me get you guys caught up. We got the shocks installed. You're caught up. All right, so we got our shocks up. We've got our bolts in on both sides. That's looking nice. Okay, these are air shocks. It's my first time installing these, but can't be that difficult. We got this first line on here. I went by the instructions. There's a little rubber O-ring that slides. First, you'll put the plastic nut over the hose, and then you'll put the little rubber O-ring on, and then you'll take, okay, I'll show you on this side. Take this off, and then you'll take your line and you'll stick it in there until your O-ring touches, and then you just hand tighten that back because it's plastic and you don't want to overdo it. Just hand tighten it. So we've got our first one on there. We're going to come over, put a T, and then run over to that one, and then we're going to run a main line. I'm not sure where he wants to go. We'll probably just loop it up and set it up here somewhere, and we'll figure that out later. Alright guys, we got that airline installed. That is the tiniest little airline I've ever seen. We've got it all the way up to a little valve so we can air it up. And about to lower the jack down, let it set on itself now, and we'll see kind of where that thing's going to bottom out at. That'll be the first time. So we'll set it all the way down and we'll throw some air in it and go from there. Alright, she says pretty dang good. It is looking good. I'm going to get out my tape measure and measure. I know it was from the ground to that top of that hole was 25 inches. So if this thing bottomed all the way out, we'll see where it's at now. He was worried about if a line blew that we would slam down on the suspension, but we won't. There's space in between, so that's good. We're going to build some type of little bump stop to hit that, so that way I don't think he's going to hit the frame, but we wanted something like that, so we'll fix them up. I've never done this before, so I don't know if I under tightened the lines, over tightened the lines. So we're going to throw some air in it and see if she raises up a little bit or not, and we'll go from there. Actually, before I do that, I want to get a measurement. Okay, it was from the ground to the top of this hole was 25. That was 20 and a half. So that dropped it 4.5 inches. Yeah, 4.5 inch drop right there. That's good. He'll be happy with that. He said he wanted about a 4-inch drop, so that is excellent. And that's bottomed all the way out. Of course, he's not going to ride it like that, so it'll probably be around, you know, it'll probably be about a 3-inch drop maybe. We'll see. We're about to throw some air in and see what happens. Okay, we're going to roll up. She raises up pretty good. Better read the instructions, make sure I don't overinflate those things. But I think it's set from like 80 to 100 PSI. We're at 80 PSI right there. So let's see where that puts us at. Blew a line. Okay. Glad we tested that. Okay, let's try that again. Maybe I didn't tighten one of the fittings enough or something. It just blew out the line, but it's my first time, so maybe I didn't put it in right all the way. Alright, that's at 60 PSI. It'll be good to have.
Well, just
You never know when you're
make
going to
my
need
wheel
something.
look wider. See, this
What do we got in there right now? I got plenty, don't you?
this is 50, and
Yeah,
you go back to 47. I got about 3 inches. That's about what you got
about
there.
3 inches over here.
So,
3.5.
so I have 4 inches on each side.
That'd be plenty.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, it makes the wider fuzz on the truck. Oh,
Yeah.
Hey, I think you're doing a hell of a job. All right, I'm gonna take care of my baby, and we'll leave them mufflers like they are.
Okay.
Might weld them up where they don't fall down or something.
Yeah, yeah.
But then we'll go from there.
I'll show you these off and we'll get the blocks set up and get all the way in, get a bolt, everything ready for that. Get it figured out.
I just haven't cut them other day, but like I said, so you can drill one hole in one side,
Mm-hmm.
just enough to. You'll weld them both.
outside of it. Like if I drill a hole here, set the bolt through, so it'll go through, and then weld the bolt in here, and when we take that off, it'll come straight up.
Alright.
You know that, right?
Yeah.
And then when we set it
Yeah,
back, we
that
have a
way you
stud,
wouldn't
that way
put
we
the
can,
ends on the inside.
that way you don't have to fight a wrench in here, you just be able to tighten
Yeah.
the bolt
Yeah.
off. There you go.
Now that piece don't have to be that long, just enough others, whatever that is.
I'm gonna chop that in half then, use it for both
That's
sides.
good, and that other piece that way.
That way it ain't weird.
Just give me a lot to weld too. Well, you got it, I ain't worried about it, huh?
Take it easy, man. We'll see you later.
I'll be over about maybe 9:30 or something like that. We'll be out here.
Yeah.
That way we get that damn bed up, I think. Just set it on there. You got them other pieces made. That'll be all this.
Yeah, we'll get that ready to go.
That's good.
All right, see you
Very
later.
much.
This way. Thanks, guys.
Mom gave me one of yours. No, it's from washing your car. I was just letting you know though, in case you gotta look for it really.
You washed your car for her?
I told her I'd wash it for her.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
All right, bed is on. That's not how it's gonna stay. You can see it's a little wonky. I just got it on for now. Wanted to surprise Wayne. He thought we were gonna put it on tomorrow, but I went ahead. You can see we need to move it up some, and it's tilted a little. No big deal, but everything's lining up pretty good. Hey, that's a cool truck with the skeleton in the back. All right. So yeah, we got we made these crossbars right here. It sets under that lip. And then to take off that bar so we'll be able to remove the bed, we got, so there's that bar there. Underneath here, can you see? I don't know if you can, let's keep going. Heck no, I got it hidden up in there. There's an L bracket. Anyway, on the edge of this, you can kind of see right there, little L bracket that comes in. We got a bolt, comes through right there. One on both sides like that. So you just have to take a bolt here, take out a bolt there, and then we've built this little thing up front. If you see there, let me see if I can show you. No, it's all hidden now. So anyways, in this bottom block right here, I drilled a hole and then stuck a bolt through and welded the bolt from the inside, so the stud is sticking down, and it comes through the stock mount right there where the hole is. Let me back this out. All right, comes through the stock hole, and we got a nut on the bottom. So to remove it from the front, all you got to do is get under there, remove a nut there, remove a nut there, take off your bracket here and here, and the whole bed will come off. So easy enough. She's coming along pretty good for today. About to clean up my mess. I've got tools everywhere. But yeah, she's getting closer. We got to do something with this gas neck too. I think that's what's kind of keeping this pushed up here. It's supposed to pop out there. Don't know exactly what we're going to do, but probably, I don't know, we'll do something. We'll get it figured out. All right then, it's going to do it for tonight. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Walk around, Kathy. Get to the front so you can hear it real good. It's kind of quiet. You ready? That's funny. All right, guys, got her all back together. Looking pretty good. We still got a few things we got to do. We cut the bed off, and we put that tube on the end right there. You can see we angled it, welded it in. We cut about 11 inches off the end, so she was about right in there. Got the gas neck in. Everything's looking good. She's running. Heck yeah, check her out. Looks good, turned out real good. We're gonna take her for a little test drive up the road, see how everything's doing. We'll be back. All right guys, she's cruising smooth. We're in here riding. Heck yeah, this is the first time I've drove this thing. We're gonna cruise her up the road, see how all the suspension feels. So far, everything's so good. She's driving really good, man. I'm gonna get off the phone here and focus on the road. We'll see you guys back at the shop. Okie dokie, we took her for a little ride up the road. She's riding smooth as eggs, feeling good. All the suspension's good. It's not, I think we've got it at about, I think we actually have it at about 80 PSI right now, and it's not too hard or bouncy or squishy or anything. Rides smooth as heck. Let's see, what all have we done today? I've done a bunch of different stuff. We got this bracket here and welded it across. And then I think I already showed you guys where I made the L bracket to bolt that to the frame so we can take this end off. And then up front, oh yeah, dang, I got to bolt that down still. We got a bolt there and a bolt there. And this bracket right here is just welded to the bed and welded to all that. We're going to throw, he's going to get like some board and batten wood or something. We're going to lay it across there, maybe stain it or something like that, and it'll cover all this stuff up. We got, you can see our air shocks in place there. They're all working really good. We got them ran together and teed here, and all the slack is there. Got our gas neck in place. Just got a little hole bit and drilled a hole in the side there. That's where he wanted it. Comes on and off real good. Nice and clean. Okay, let's see what else we got going on so far that we've done. Oh yeah, we shortened the bed 11 inches. We put that tube on, welded it, and grinded down our welds there so it looks nice. Man, somebody's out there shooting the heck out of a gun. But he's looking good. She's looking real good. Let me step over here and show you guys a good side view here. Like the stance on that thing. Turned out really cool. Kathy keeps poking her head around the corner over there hiding. But yeah, we're almost done. Well, I say that, but we still got to build a tailgate. We got a piece of metal there. Tomorrow we're going to cut like it's like 17 tall by 47 wide. And we're going to frame it out with some metal. Just build a little tailgate to go on that thing. And yep, it's coming along really good. Should be finished up with it. Hopefully maybe tomorrow or the next day or something like that. That's going to do it for tonight. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. All right, we're back out here this morning. We about got this thing wrapped up. I built the tailgate last night. That's how he wanted it. We are 17 tall, 47 1/4 long, and just used this square tube to go around. We tacked it in a few spots. He takes some body filler and pulls it in there and sands it and paints it and does all that. So we have got the line ran to the air shocks there. We've got that poking out. There was already a hole. There's several holes here where bolts were, and that fit perfect right there. So we've got, you can see the 4-link in there. Panhard bar come in yesterday. You can see we've got that in. It comes from here all the way across to over there. We got a little bracket down there that holds it. Everything's so black and dark in here, it's hard to see today, but the bar runs over and we got a little bracket in the frame. We welded in. So that's done. We got a little stability bar here because the back end was real floppy. I don't know if I showed you all that, but it's not now. It's solid as heck now. Got that on. I think this morning we're going to get that tailgate, hold it up here. He's got a way he likes doing this, a little square tube with a bolt that goes through it, and just tack weld the top of the bolt in, and it just kind of acts as a hinge. And we got 2 little flat pieces of metal, one that we're going to weld on there and one onto the tailgate at the top right there. That way when you shut it, he'll stick a little pin in, and that's what's going to hold it. What else do we got to do? We've also got to, these little pieces right here, we've got to fill those in, tack those back in, grind that down. We've got one cut already. We about got this job wrapped up. He's got the wood. We're not going to do the wood. He picked it up. He's already got it at his shop. He's painted it gloss black. I don't know if I've already told y'all that, but that's what he's going to do with it. He's going to put that in himself. So, yeah, for today, let's get that tailgate on. Get that piece right there fixed back. Oh yeah, the brake pedal. We're going to do something with the brake pedal. He doesn't like how far that is up. It sticks up real high. You got to like really be high kicking, high stepping right there to push that thing down. And then when it's all the way down, it's still like 6 inches from the floor. So we're going to probably cut that arm and just twist it down, re-weld it back on a little bit lower for him. That'll be better. All right, So let's set up the camera and start getting some work done. Okie dokie, we got our swing in there. You can see this is what he wanted. We got a little square tube there with a bolt that comes through it. That acts as a hinge. We just tacked it there on the top and the bottom. That's how he wanted it. That's how we're gonna do it. He's gonna put a chain or something that holds it, you know, so that it lays normal. And then we're gonna, I'll show you guys how we're gonna put the little clips up top for him to hold it shut. But she swings pretty good. We might have to grind that back edge just a little bit when it's down, because she does get a little hung whenever. So that's looking good there. Gets a little hung when going down. She turned out all right. And then I'll kind of give you a quick, let me see. Okay, we got these. So we're going to cut one in half. And we're going to take 1/2 of it. And it'll be like this, you know. It'll be welded on to that. And then we're going to have one welded here. And both holes will line up whenever it's shut. That way you can put a little pin in it on both sides. And man, that'll do it. Easy enough. It's looking pretty cool. Looking real good there. Okay, well, we're about to go grab some lunch. Kathy's got some steaks on the grill. So we're gonna go eat some steaks up, and then we'll come back out here and get this job finished up. Got it on there, looking good. I like that. Turned out all right. It's kind of plain there, I feel like. It'd be kind of cool if we could find someone that did CNC and cut out maybe a Ford logo, and we maybe riveted it to that or something. It's a little something there. Look better, but okay, so showed you down here, square tube with the bolt through, tacked on. That's how he wanted it. Up top, nothing really fancy, just these little tabs is what he wanted, welded on. And you see the bolt going through, hold it shut. Got one on both sides. Look at them dimes right there. Looking wonderful. Looking good, baby. Good job. All right, so yeah. Little brackets. Wow. Looks really good. Man, Chris, you did so good. All right, so that's it. You take the bolts out, and she just swings down. Pretty simple. Can't get no simpler than that. So now we've got our piece of metal here. We've got that. I'm going to grind around, give us something good to weld to. Same on that. And then we're just going to start tacking that in, grind it back smooth, and he's going to do some little, I don't know what he's going to do there, maybe paint over it or something like that. Let's get to work. All right, guys. We got the old 36 back in here. We let him have it for a couple days to do a little shakedown run, see what any problems he was having or anything coming up. And so these little panels we welded back in here behind the wheels. See if you can see up in there. It's rubbing just a little bit right there. So we need to pull the wheels off. And let me turn this camera around and show you. All right, so we need to pull the wheels off, and this arch that we made for that drum brake right there, we need to probably come about 1 inch further on that arch all the way around. And then there's a nut right there that's getting caught, so he wants me to come up maybe about 2 inches on it, so that way when we squat we're not rubbing. That side's not as bad, but you can see over here that right there, the little fiberglass. He put a fiberglass on the bottom right there because it was I think maybe just had some holes or something, so he put over it, and it's rubbing. So we're going to cut that out a little bit. He's got some 3-inch spacers on the back instead of 2. We're going to put the 3 inches on. Let's see, the tailgate was cool, but he didn't like how tall it was, so we popped it back off. We're going to shorten it down. You can see how tall it was. This is how tall it's going to be. He's got a mark made right there for us, so that's how tall we're going to make it. We got to cut off the little we got to cut out our bolt. That was the hinge. We got to cut off this little bracket now and move it up to where it needs to be, but we'll do that after we get all this back together. And also on the brake pedal, it's going down a little too far. It's touching the floor. When he presses it in all the way, he's not too happy with that, so we're gonna shorten it up about 1 inch. We made it about 4 inches longer, so it was really close to the floor. It ended up being too close to the floor. We did check it, but I guess just when you mash it all the way in real hard, it does touch the floor a little, so we're gonna we'll make it so that it doesn't. And let's see what else we got going on. I think that's about it. He's got the bed floor made already. I think I told you guys what he was going to do on that, but he just got some like board and batten wood or something for the siding of a house, something like that. And he painted it black and got white in the middle right here. This kind of almond white he uses, and he painted the gas cap too. That looks really cool. That turned out really awesome on there. I like that. So yeah, that's what the bed's going to look like when it's done. We're going to finish up this little project for him and get it back over to him. And we'll probably take a little trip over there and get a picture of it with the bed floor in, so you guys can see what that looks like. This thing's looking really cool. That's how she's coming out. You can see that rear end is up closer. We shortened the bed about 12 inches. You know, it was about out to there. So it's looking really cool, man. Cool stance on it. Looking awesome. All right, so we're gonna get back to work and get this tailgate finished up. Next time you see it, it'll probably be all put back together and back on the truck. All right, guys, got my end all finished up. We are done with this truck on our end. I'll show you this tailgate here. That's how I wanted it. Wanted it shorter like that. Hopefully that'll work for him. He just drew that on there. He's gonna get a buddy do something with some metal or something on there for him. Oh crap, I got a spider on me. But all right, we cleaned that up in there and shortened the brake pedal, and it's ready to go. She's ready to go. We're about to drive it over to his house. It's about a 15-minute drive from my house. So, or from the shop, I mean. Kathy's gonna follow us over there and bring me back home. Dang, here's one glove. Where's my other glove? There's Ian. You gonna ride with me?
Yeah.
All right. We're about to hop in the old 36. Take her home.
You said what's for dinner?
Alright guys, that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Thanks for watching.